All right, we're live on StreamYard and we're live on YouTube. And hang on, let me double check, make sure I've gone public. You know, they can't see me if I haven't gone public. No, I'm public, so everybody should be able to see me. So, there we go. Somebody's jumped in, so you know. Anyway, I've had I don't know, a strange day. So it's been kind of weird. And basically, I'm winging it tonight. So God knows what topics we'll get on. So, yeah, I don't know. My day, I woke up late and time I got ready to go out. And I went to see my friend. He hurt his back. So, I mean, I've been there. So I know, you don't want to, you just want to be left alone type thing. He was in a bad mood, basically, which I can understand. So, you know, I went and done my thing and stopped off at the diner. Had breakfast, lunch, or brunch, whatever you want to call it. So Deb's is clearing out all her personal stuff. You know, the walls were covered in pictures and stuff of her and customers and shit over the years and family and stuff. All gone. All the walls are empty. You know, it's kind of strange, really, that pretty soon it will be. It will. She won't be there anymore. But she claims it's business as usual with the new owners. But we'll find out. You know. At least I won't have to hide that I'm going to go next door and buy chicken. You're talking about that. I might get some chicken tomorrow, actually. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, okay. Got a few people in here. Let me introduce my first panelist. We got the one and only Mr. Reliable, New York Outcast.
Hey, thank you. Welcome everybody. Thanks for the invite, Rick, as usual. So,
yeah.
Crazy day today, huh? So sometimes they happen. I had trouble this morning myself getting up, but if I'm honest, I only slept 3 hours, so that's part of it. But made it in on time and kicked ass like I'm supposed to. So
yeah. I think what made me oversleep was it. I mean, it was. Laura texts me in a panic. Her dog. She had to run her dog to the emergency vet hospital last night. You know, I mean, whatever was wrong with it, it's okay. She was having seizures, so I think it was something it digested that it shouldn't have. But luckily, they caught it in time, and but
didn't send her any money, did you?
You know how life's going to end if her dog dies, that kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, so it wasn't for money then?
Not yet.
All right. Check.
I didn't offer, and she didn't ask. So
yeah.
Because I would imagine the what you call it, the going to the emergency hospital at night is not going to be cheap.
Yeah, usually not. I know around here, day, night, whatever, if you got to go to the emergency one, which ain't even close technically, you're paying some money, like at least $300, and that's without any kind of treatment and anything.
Oh yeah,
so, And usually emergencies, a lot of time those will, require what they call it, supervised care or whatever, where you got to drop the pet off, and then your bill's going up.
Yeah, well, they took the dog in the back and done whatever they had to do. Then they brought the dog back out,
Good.
and she was sitting. She had to stay there with the dog for 3 hours. I guess that's why they're waiting to see that there's no reaction to whatever they done to it or whatever, or they, or whatever it digested, it didn't affect it anymore,
Yeah, right. Just further observation, but at least it's not like it'd probably be more affordable that way if she sat with the dog in the waiting room for 3 hours. And so
yeah. Well, anyway, so I forgot to mention that Tactical Fud was the first in the room tonight, by the way. Then the Gun Snob is here. Abigail. That's about it. Then we must have some lurkers in the background. But I was sitting here thinking, got to get the show up, what I'm going to talk about. Then I totally blanked out. All week, didn't even cross my mind, was to mail the quiz, the winner, to mail this package to him. And guess what? It's sitting right here. So I got to do that in the morning. Some reason I just left it in here and it didn't even cross my mind again. And I've been in here. I come in here in the afternoons. I've been talking to Sean Connery on Discord, in the afternoon. So how I still missed it, I don't know, but I did. So I do apologize. I will drop it off at the post office in the morning. And that's the best I can do on that. So, all right, I'm getting I tell you, this kind of day I had talking about Laura. Right now, she's texting me with a bunch of pictures of the dog. I just had to tell her, I said, I'm doing my show. Talk to you later.
Trying to butter you up or something.
Yeah. More likely going to say, can you help me pay for the bill?
Yeah, dog needs therapy and all types of shit now.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
better be careful.
I know. So when my dog got hit by a car, the emergency vet visit cost me $1,800. Then another $220 when they had to amputate its leg. Oh, I can believe it. Hey, Vanessa. Oh, I can believe it. But I don't want to sound mean and cruel, but ain't my dog and don't live here anymore. You know what I'm saying? Is that cruel and mean?
No. I mean, I don't think so, under the circumstance, because she is the owner. She is responsible one way or the other. And that's part of being a pet owner. That a lot of people overlook, now granted, when I grew up poor with pets, they got sick, they'd go out and they just wouldn't come back a lot of times. But but if you can, you should, do the best you can, obviously. And that costs you some damn money. So unfortunately.
It does today. I mean, we moan and groan about our health care prices. A damn animal was more expensive than a human. Go to the doctor.
They can be up there pricey for sure.
Yeah. Hey, now like around here, right? I mean, some of the guys, I was telling some of the guys down the diner, and they're looking at me. Take it to the vet. You take it out in the woods and take care of business. And get another one.
It's pretty much the school I grew up from, but I get it though. If you get attached, and if it's
Yeah,
not going to kill you financially, you should try. In my opinion, depending what it is. In some cases, there really is no help with pets, especially smaller animals. But a lot of times, different breeds. I mean, there's things that can keep you going back weekly for services, and at a certain point, you got to look at quality of life too. So
yeah, yeah,
it's a tough one, but the way I see it is, I'm not going to sleep on the street or something like that to take care of to pay for a medical bill on a pet. So
yeah, yeah. I understand what you're saying. I mean, it comes to me, unfortunately. Uh, I wouldn't. I mean, I know you can get, as you said, you can get attached to animal. I'm trying not to offend anybody, but you know, there's only a certain. I'm not spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You know, it's just
me
the
either. Even
it's a
if I
pet.
am attached, me either.
It's a pet. It's a i.e. it's either a dog or a cat. You know what I'm saying? The bottom line. You know, and I know you get attached to them, but it's cat, dog, whatever animal it is. Not, it has a short life in the big scheme of things, so it's going to die on you anyway. You know, and more likely die in your lifetime unless you're an older person. You happen to get an animal that lives for 15, 20 years, which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, it does, some do live that long, but that's more on the exception to the rule type thing, you know. So yeah, that's right, Vanessa. We can ultimately only do so much. I agree. And I said I don't like the, I don't know, getting kind of morbid talking about the price of vets are just outrageous. Then you can get. Then they say, well, get pet insurance. Well, normally you need to get pet insurance before anything happens to the dog, because once something's happened, it doesn't matter if the vet's cured it or not. If it ever comes down with anything like that again, that sickness is exempt. They won't cover it because it's an existing illness. So, and so the more, so the premiums on some of these dog or some of these pet insurances are outrageous. Yeah. So there, don't get me started. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think vet care is pricey, but I think everything's pricey. So now, if you look around, now I can't speak for everybody's area, but my area, uh, there's a few services like this, not vet care, but just in general, where if you go right in town somewhere, one of the big places, you're paying out the ass for it. It's just what it is. But if you search around a little bit, aren't afraid to drive, I've driven an hour, and saved hundreds, if not thousands, probably, by
Yeah.
going to see a country vet doctor. And like, those are the type of places where you go in and people are dropping cookies off, and they give you shots, check everything out, clean up a wound, and hand you like a $75 bill. Like, you almost feel bad leaving the place. There
Yeah.
is places like that still out there, but they're not the chain clinics. They're the old vets that really give a shit. So I recommend looking around for those. There's people like that everywhere, I'd assume. So where it's not a standardized pricing system, all this type of stuff. So and honestly, in my experience, I've had better luck with those country doctor vets type guys than I have with the city ones, as far as you know, overall care. I've gone there, left happy. The city ones, I've gone there and left petless. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, there may be a difference in what was going on and stuff, but I can state, yeah, even petless cost me more money than going to the other place and leaving happy. So I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
There's a lot, depends where you go. So shop around, look around, ask people. Usually, somebody knows a guy. You just gotta look for it. So if you're in a jam and then just doing a search online, that's when you get nailed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, normally when I go into the vets, you go. I
Start
mean,
looking around ahead of
they
time.
had the box of tissues on the way out because you're crying because of the bill you just paid, not because you lost your animal.
Yeah. They damn sure don't give you a cookie.
No. Yeah. Now, mind you, when I put the last cat, when I put the cat down, the one that the last one who pined away for the first one, then got itself so sick. I mean, they still charged me. I think it was $100 to look at it and to tell me that it was beyond. They couldn't do anything because the kidneys are shut down, and the best thing to do was put it down. It still cost me $100. They did, mind you, they did send me a sympathy card in the mail for my loss. That was about all I got out of them. But there you go.
Say also, people, ask around, maybe friends or family, somebody along the line or chain works at a clinic or a vet's place, because I can't speak for every type of vet, every vet out there, but I can state, I personally know somebody that works for one, and they can have so many animals on an account and they get discounts. A lot of the treatment stuff is damn near almost free. So stuff other people are paying like, I don't know, $80 for, we get for like 10 or 15. So basically you can get discounts if you know somebody that works at a place. So, and they
that's another
usually
thing to look into. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely ask about it, because, they may not even they might only have one pet and they're allowed to have 5 on an account or something. So it's something to just keep in mind. So, you can save a lot of money. We save a lot of money like that. I can tell you that. So, even down to buying food, if you need any kind of specialty food and stuff, if you have them buy it with an employee discount on top of whatever other deals they get, it's way cheaper.
Yeah. You're right. Oh, I just reading here. Abigail said insurance is a racket. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's pet insurance, your own health insurance, car insurance. They're all a scam. Every one of them.
I agree.
Me and you could have the same car. We're the same age. Everything's identical. We could be twins. And I'm with a certain company. You call them up to change your policy to come to the insurance company I'm at, and they're offering it to you cheaper than I'm paying for it. Bastards. Don't get me started on insurance. Then then they keep going on the price of shit. We're losing money. Well, what about all the goddamn years you made money, you mothers? Oh, I tell you, insurance gets me going. It really does.
Yeah. it gets me going sometimes too. So
Yeah.
because it seems I don't know, like they never really they always want their money, but it's always a hassle if anything happens, then you got to get money.
Oh
That's what it is.
yeah.
It's always a
Yeah.
damn problem, like pulling teeth with these people. So uh,
Oh
I
yeah.
think a lot of the cases nuts, and depending on what it is, like let's just say auto, if you're in one accident or two accidents through your driving life, anything major, the cost that you paid for insurance your whole driving life probably would have easily covered whatever you had going on there. So
And,
when you
and
factor that in every month or every year for how many years, like
oh yeah.
it's a lot
And
of damn money. It adds up.
what gets me is you have an accident that the other person hit you and your insurance goes up. Like God damn, the other person hit me. Why are you putting my insurance up? It, oh,
Yeah, you can get in a slight fender bender by the other person's fault. You both have the same coverage. Your insurance is going up.
yeah. But if it's not your fault, it shouldn't go up.
No,
You
you're
know?
right, but the way the company explained it is somebody's got to pay for it. So
Yeah,
like,
that's right. Because they're not in the business to give shit away.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I was pretty upset.
Well, then make the other person pay more, not me.
Yeah, it'd be nice,
I was
especially if
minding my own
they were at
business.
fault.
I'm minding my own business, following the law, following all the things that they hit me, and you penalize me for somebody else hitting me. They wonder why people go get road rage.
If this was a state where I would prefer to just have so much set aside in an account and just skip insurance totally. Personally, I know certain states you can do that. You're personally liable, civilly
Yeah,
or
years
whatnot.
ago they used to be at some states you could get a bond.
Yeah. I would prefer to go that way personally. I think it's cheaper. I mean, worst case scenario, you might have trouble in the end.
I don't know if they still do
Might not
that.
be enough or something, but yeah, um, more than
Yeah,
likely, in most cases, you're probably going to be fine.
yeah. I mean, touch wood. I mean, I'm paying insurance here. I mean, good example. I've been here 6 years. I ain't had an accident. You know what I'm saying? So you add up. I mean, and my insurance is about $50 a month, and I got the low shit. You know, and so you add that up over 6 years. That's a chunk of change. You know, I just uh, I just find it terrible. And what I don't understand, well, I understand the premise behind it. I don't think it's fair, right? The the worse your credit, the more you pay. And the person with the worst credit, right, is going to find it harder to pay the premium at that high price. It's like a vicious cycle. How do you expect me to get better if you're charging me so goddamn much? And you wonder why people with bad credit don't have car insurance because they can't afford the high premiums. I said it's a vicious cycle. It really is. See, you got me started on insurance.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I just don't. Oh, yeah. I just don't agree with it. That's all I'm saying. So,
I'm with you.
yeah.
I think
Well,
it's a rat.
I hear I can get a non-resident carry permit in New York now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm unaware. So
Oh yeah. The one of the I'm not sure if it was Geo, Gun Owners of America or one of the other gun organizations sued New York about not allowing, because of the brewing case, that, non-residents, and to get out of being sued, they have now said non-residents can get a license, a permit.
Okay.
So what they're trying to do is make the court mute, like they did the last time they were almost in court, and they got it muted at the Supreme Court level.
Yep.
This is just at state level. So they're trying to mute the they didn't want to get sued again and lose.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, cool. Hopefully, maybe that'll open up more reciprocity, for me as far as other states, shaking hands with New York for state, because I know a few supposedly didn't because New York wouldn't reciprocate. So now that New York possibly will reciprocate, maybe it opens up more states. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I mean, as I said before, I mean, we're a constitutional carry state now, but Indiana recognized your permit anyway. Before we went constitutional carry, you could have carried your gun here on your New York state permit, because Indiana recognizes all 50 states. It did. And I think it must still do. The states that still need permits, Indiana recognizes them all. So
cool.
There you go. Yeah. Which I thought was pretty good. I was what you call it? I'm having I was thinking what I was going to have for dinner tonight after the show. I'm thinking I still haven't bought my new grill yet. My other grill died on me, my little one. And so I gotta, what I've been doing is lately, like if I cook myself burgers, I've been putting them, in the broiler, in the oven, cooking them that way. Problem is, it just makes a goddamn mess of my oven under the broiler, because all the, the grease splattering everywhere and all kinds of shit. So it's another vicious cycle. I'll be better off just buying the barbecue, because the time, it only takes a few minutes to cook them, but the cleanup, it takes longer than it does to cook them. So I'm getting tired of that idea. So I'm not sure what I'm going to have tonight. I just might go back to the good old usual standby I used to do. Grilled cheese. Grilled cheese sandwich. Or, back to our old argument, I could make myself cheese on toast. There is a difference. No, there is. A grilled sandwich. Come on, we've had this argument before. A grilled sandwich is you either use mayonnaise or butter, whichever one. Put it in the skillet, brown it, cheese melts, you flip it over, make it all golden brown, throw it on a plate. Cheese on toast is you toast the bread. How I make it, you toast the bread in a toaster, put butter on it, lay the cheese on it, put it under the broiler, let the cheese melt. Pull it out, that's cheese on toast, or Welsh rabbit, as I like to call it. That's the difference. Now, you ought to try it with sharp cheddar cheese, melt it on the toast, pull it out, bit of pepper on there and salt and pepper on it. Oh, man. Make your tongue bat your brains out. No. I might go, I think I'll go with the grilled cheese. It's the simplest and the easiest. and I even got mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is better because it makes the bread crispier when you're doing a grilled cheese sandwich. So, you know. Oh, did I tell you that the doctor finally got me on, got an appointment to have a colonoscopy next month, but I ain't doing it. I went to go pick up that medication that you got to drink the night before to clear yourself out. Right?
Yeah.
They claim it's less invasive than the last. Doesn't taste as bad. I mean, the last time I had one, you had to drink about a gallon of the shit, and oh my god, it was horrible. They say tastes more like, flavored punch or whatever, and you don't drink so much of it. I don't know how true that is, but I went to go get it, and they want to charge me $45 for it. I said, and this is at Walmart. I said $45. Because it's on a different tier level than mine. Because how these insurance companies don't get me started on insurance, have these different tier levels for medication. $45. I said, no thanks, and I walked out and left it there. Screw that. If you want to stick your hand up my backside, then you pay for the goddamn medicine. I ain't buying. I ain't paying for it. Or normally, if it's a generic at Walmart, it's $4. I'm willing to pay $5. I ain't paying no $45. Screw that. There you go. I'm not. That's my last word on it.
That's funny. I mean, $45 shouldn't be the end of the world to you.
Oh, well, it's not. It's the principle of the thing.
Yeah. I mean, is there any reason you're doing this colonoscopy, or is it just,
when you get
a scheduled thing and you're at a certain age?
When you get past 50,
yeah,
you're meant to start doing them it's normally every 10 years. And it's been almost nearly 15 since I had last one done.
Okay.
I've avoided it every year I've been here. The doctor always mentioned it to me. I go, yeah, we'll get it scheduled. And I just walk out and don't worry about it. But this time he said, I put the paperwork in. He said, and they'll be calling you this week to let you know when your appointment is. He went ahead and done it for me because I kept blowing it off for the last 5 years. He's wised up to my ways. But he's out of luck. I still ain't doing it because I ain't paying $45. They're more likely tell me, well, if you want that horrible tasting shit, that's $4. I tell you what, I'll say, give me the horrible tasting shit. I'll suffer.
Yeah, I'm betting the other stuff probably don't taste any better, really. So
no, I don't think it does. I think that's another scam.
They need to get you to drink it, but I don't know.
Yeah, they tell you it tastes better just to get you to drink the shit.
Now, what are the numbers on colon cancer? Do you got any idea?
Is that
one of the survivable cancers? I said, what are the numbers on colon cancer?
Do what?
The numbers on colon cancer.
What about them?
Basically, is it something most people survive, or I don't know much about that.
most people survive it. They catch it early. A lot of people don't have it done. Then when they catch it, when it normally a lot of people don't do anything about, like me, not having them. So normally what happens is when you go to the doctors and say, "Oh God, something's wrong," and they finally test you and shit. Then normally when they spot the cancer, it's too late. It's gone too far.
All right. Any idea how they treat it if they do spot something?
What's the other one you can get? Prostate cancer too. It's the same. It works on the same principle as that. But colon cancer is, if they catch it early enough, it's you can they call them little polyps or whatever, and they cut them out, and you're good to go. So.
All right. So it's not like a chemo thing then.
No,
radiation
no.
or nothing like that.
As far as I know, it's not. Well, I say that I don't know. I've never had. I've never known anybody to have that cancer. To be honest with you, I would imagine it would be. But a lot of times they catch it early. That's why you have this colonoscopy to catch it, and they catch it early. Then it's not that difficult to do. They cut them out, and there's no radiation or anything like that. Far as I know, but I could be wrong. I mean, if everybody in the chat knows, they can put it in there. The few people here are just listening, or they've all left, one or the other. Yeah, I don't think we got many people in here, but that's okay.
Well, it's kind of a shitty topic at the moment.
Yes, it is. Yeah, so I'm trying to think what else has happened to me besides that. No. Oh, the other day, was it last week? I was praising my truck, how good it is, right? And it's still running great, but I noticed today. I had the window down. I had the radio off. And I was pulling into the Family Dollar parking lot. So I'm just going real slow. And I hear this sort of like, I know it's my brake. I think it's my rear brakes. Because I'm hearing sort of like a very, very, very light, sort of like metal on metal sound as the wheel goes around. I mean, you really got to be listening for it to hear it. But I just happened to hear it at the right time. As it goes around, you can hear it going. So I think it's metal on. I think the rear brakes are, because they're drums on the back on that truck. I got a feeling they might be worn out. So.
Definitely something to look into. I mean, it is possible they're just dirty, especially being drums and the amount of mileage you drive. So, natural corrosion if you don't drive a lot, things like to seize up as it is. So it's possible they're, especially drums, they don't vent very well as far as brake dust, stuff like that. So if it hasn't been done in a long time, it could be just caked up a little bit. So, or possibly a bad wheel bearing that you're just picking up on as well. So, but definitely.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, it could be a wheel bearing. But it's definitely it definitely sounds like it's coming from the back though.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like it's one of the front wheels. It sounds like it's one of the back wheels. So
sometimes the sounds can be tricky. So I've sworn it was coming from the front and found problems in the back and vice versa in the past. So it's hard to say sometimes, but definitely have your buddy check it out. So obviously if it's a cleaning or something, that really doesn't cost much except for maybe spray or something, depending on how he's doing it. But And wheel bearings on an old truck like that, those are cheap too. So either way, it's probably affordable. I mean, it might be more than $45. I don't know if you need a wheel bearing, but
Yeah. Yeah.
but I, but I wouldn't expect it to be a lot, though. I really wouldn't on an older truck like that. So.
Are you saying I'm old, Abigail? She's going, also, don't forget a prostate exam at your old age. Are you saying I'm old? Oh. Yeah, I mentioned, that's another one where if they don't catch it early enough, it's normally too late if you get prostate cancer. That's another one you should see. That's another one where, they want to invade you. It's, I don't know, it just ain't right. Oh, well. Ozzy says he's only ever had 3 physicals in his life. No cameras. He does get complete blood work every year. So, yeah, Abigail. My grandmother died from intestinal cancer. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. My mother died from cancer. So, it's a horrible thing. So, anyway, my God, I'm just rambling on here, and time's flying by. It's flying by almost as fast as if we drink that stuff at $45 a go. So, anyway, what's next on the agenda? Oh, I've been looking. I found G-Force is the brand name. Made in Turkey. 410 lever action shotgun. Average, they have different models, but around $500, $550. That's on their website. So that's MSRP. So you're bound to get them a little cheaper at the local
Sounds
gun
like
store.
a lot more than $45.
Yeah, but it's a gun. It's a rifle. It's a shotgun. They are. That's different.
Well, you got to take care of the thing that would hold the gun, which would be you.
Yeah. But if I keep taking care of myself, I won't have any money to buy the things that I want to do.
Yeah, then you just play with the things you already got.
I will more likely go get the
Don't
shit.
go blind.
What I might do is I might push it back another month. Reschedule it. Because I've got things I got to do this month. First off, I got to see if I can get my buddy to look at my truck. That could take money. I got to buy some new T-shirts. These are all stretched out at the collar now, and they look real shabby. So I got to buy me some new clothes. So I got to do some stuff. So I might reschedule it instead of having it September, go for October. And that way I can skip getting the medicine this month. I can get it next month. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll get the medicine in September, go get it done in October. That's what I'm going to do. Plus I got to see who's available, because they have one of these digestive, is that what they call it, centers in town. But because of my age and my weight, I've got to go to the actual main hospital to have it done. And I know why, because they put you to sleep to do it, see? And That's why when you get, you know, when you're a heavy person like myself, putting you to sleep is more dangerous. It's not putting you to sleep that's the danger. It's waking you back up is where the danger comes in, I believe. So anyway, I got to go there. I got to be there at 6 a.m. And whoever takes me, they don't want them to leave the building. They want them to stay there in the building. You're only there for a couple of hours. You know, you're more than likely back at home by 8:30, 9 o'clock at the latest. You know what I'm saying? But it's trying to find somebody. What we got there? Grilled cheese?
No, French toast,
DLT?
bacon, and eggs.
What?
French toast, bacon, and eggs.
Oh, okay, that was French toast. Okay, I mean it wasn't. Okay, I see it now. I was instead of looking at the big screen up front, I'm looking down at the little one in the corner here.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it that well. All right, yeah, that does look good. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn, that's good. That's better than my goddamn grilled cheese I'm going to cook. But then again, I don't want to go to all that cooking eggs, bacon, and French. Too much work. Just for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, this is just for me. So she's ordering Chinese.
Oh, I had Chinese the other day. Friday, when I got paid, I went to Walmart because there was a few items that I couldn't get at the dollar store. Well, I could, but there was certain be honest with you, I know it's frozen bread and all they do is heat it or what in the ovens in the bakery there. But I buy the Italian bread pre-sliced, $1 a loaf. I buy about 5 of them, stick them in my freezer. And I buy the rolls and stuff. Plus, I got myself a watermelon. I bought myself a big watermelon, $4.98 there. They were selling them here last weekend, right? A big one like this. Bought it on Friday, stuck it in the fridge, got it out Saturday evening, cut it up. I cut the whole thing up. What I do is I scoop, I cut it in sections and scoop the meat out, whatever you want to call it, the melon out, chop it up into, chunks and throw it in I think I had 3 bowls of it, wrapped 2 of them up, stuck them in the fridge, ate one of the bowls that Saturday night. I had one of the bowls. I had some watermelon for breakfast on Sunday. I had watermelon for lunch on Sunday. And I finished off the 3rd bowl as a snack watching TV Sunday night. I ate the whole watermelon in 2 days. I love watermelon. I really do. But anyway, there's certain things that I needed to get up at Walmart. So I went up there and said I got that shit. There was something else I was going to mention with that conversation, but I got off of the watermelons and lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, that was embarrassing. I'm walking in. I took off my what I carry my my scooter on the back of the truck. I took it off because it's a pain in the ass to get inside when you want to take the tailgate down. You got to drop that down first, then put, it's pain in the ass. So I took it off. So I thought, well, I'm going on it's not the first of the month. So there should be some of their electric carts, scooters available. So I walked in and there was one there. And I looked at it, hit the button, checked it. It said fully charged. So I got on it. I bought a couple of items, went down the other end of the store I start the grocery side. I start right down the end and work my way up to the front. Got to the other end, turned down the aisle, and the thing, I looked at it and it said 0. It lost its charge, just like that. I went, son of a bitch. That was embarrassing. Tried to walk all the way back. And I decided I just got a shopping cart and walked around the store. I mean, but when I come out, like when I come out after walking, I am absolutely like Friday night, I was dying here, of my back for walking all that distance, because I have to walk real slow and my back starts hurting and I walk slower and it's hurting worse. And it's, anyway. But anyway, I told him, I said, hey, I said, there's something wrong with it and it's over by the so-and-so area. I just told somebody at the front when I got my basket. I said, it's their problem. God damn it. They're going to have, make sure they're all working correctly, for Christ's sakes. Right? The amount of money they make out of us, you think they could have that, at least do that simple thing. But there we go. What can I say? Yeah, anyway, where I was going, I know where I was going with that. Well, on the way home, now I didn't get up there till after, it was about 2:00 actually when I went up there. So time I done my shopping and everything else, we're looking at 3-ish, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to have a late lunch or early dinner or supper, whatever you people prefer to call it. I call it dinner. I thought, well, I can have a late lunch, early dinner. Stopped off and had the Chinese. That's where I was heading. I had Chinese on Friday. Man, it was good. And I didn't get much. I just love sweet and sour pork. I really do. So I'll buy the sweet and sour pork combination. Then I normally buy either chicken chow mein or chicken chop suey, whatever I fancy. I buy that also because then I put that in the fridge, and that's normally my lunch on Saturdays.
Yeah,
tomorrow I think I'll go down to one stop to the the why Deb's got to sell because I'm buying stuff elsewhere. I might get myself some chicken. I
like Chinese myself, but
you don't like Chinese?
No, I do, but I keep having problems every time we order it. Like, I'm just not happy. So it seems like all the places, I come across this at ice cream shops too, where it seems like how they do like the rice and the rice cooker and whatnot. They have like one spoon that they serve it with, and then they like stick it in a cup of bleach water or something. I don't know. But either way, like, it always like transfers over to the rice. The rice has a weird smell and taste to me. Not a fan. And then the chicken, what is it? General Tao's or sweet and sour. Like, half the chicken tastes like rubber. I don't even think it's real chicken. And then if you go with like lo mein, the lo mein stinks too. It's got like a weird smell, like a bleach water cafeteria lady smell. Like, and I've gone to like 5-6 different places locally, and it's the same damn experience. Doesn't matter where you go.
Denominator is
me.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I can tell you, but eat at other places or somebody makes it at home, it's totally different. Fine, it's something to do with these restaurants lately. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm just not thrilled. So, and I hate spending money to be disappointed. So I'd rather have breakfast for dinner personally.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, but I like Chinese. I have no problem. And this place I go to that I found in Jasper it's a hole in the wall. I wouldn't want to see what the kitchen was like, but damn, the Chinese is good. I mean, it gets good reviews too, and and it's reasonably priced. But tomorrow, I think I'll get the 16-piece bucket of mixed chicken, and that'll last me about 3 days. So I'll eat chicken Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it doesn't bother me It doesn't bother me to eat the same stuff 3 days in a row. You know, when I get it tomorrow, I eat the chicken hot. But Friday and Saturday, it'd be cold chicken. I love cold chicken. You know, cover it in, pepper.
So where's the vegetable?
Oh, yeah. What?
You got some vegetables with that too, or what?
Well, it depends. But normally I just eat the chicken. I might have some coleslaw or potato salad with it. But
those aren't vegetable.
But I can just sit there and take, a big giant chicken breast and a leg and a thigh, and that will do me. Just eat that. Just that.
Well, it's
Smack
not good.
my lips, lick my fingers, put that down, then pick up my bowl of chocolate ice cream for dessert, and I'm good to go. Huh?
No good, Rick. No good. No good.
Hey, Vanessa says coleslaw is vegetables.
Nah. No good.
Yeah. Hey, I'm 67. I've lasted this long without eating that many vegetables. So
yeah, but yeah, look at quality of life. I mean, you can't even go out and chase Bigfoot or make it through Walmart without being in pain. So you can say it doesn't bother you, but clearly you're fucked up. So it bothers you. So it's never too late to change or to make an effort towards something, and you might be surprised. So.
Well,
you should eat more than just one thing. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's fruit or vegetables. You should eat more than one thing as an actual meal. So, you need a variety there. Your body is like a vehicle, and you're giving it shitty fuel. So, you can expect to feel shitty.
Absolutely.
So, I'm just saying, I'm done. I'll get off. I'm not going to harp on you, but. It's not good, Rick.
Yeah. I do like, when I'm at home, I don't always, it's not that I don't cook and I don't like vegetables. I just don't, just to do it for myself. To me, it's just too much cleaning up and shit to do for one person. Just easier just to grab, 3 pieces of chicken and a bowl of ice cream and call it good. So that's what I do.
You can get a bag of mixed vegetables for like $2. Doesn't take long to either steam them or give them a quick boil.
See, I don't like I can do it as long as they don't have carrots. I love carrots cold. Get a bag of carrots and crunch on them. I don't have a problem. You cook a carrot, I will pick them off my plate.
You're eating for health, not taste.
What?
Said you're eating for health, not taste. Don't be a pussy and let a little chopped up carrot throw it all off for you.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. But I tell you, my favorite vegetable is Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. I can do normally if I cook them, I normally buy, because it's only me. So I normally buy them frozen. And I'll put the whole goddamn bag in there, cook the whole lot up, But normally what I'll do when I have it with my other food, salt and peppers, some of my A1 sauce on it, Oh, man. You can't beat it. Brussels sprouts, some English mustard slapped on them, on my plate, and you cut it and you dip it in your English mustard and eat it. Oh, yeah. And the mustard's so hot it makes your eyes water and your nose run. That's eating. Have you ever had English mustard? Coleman's English mustard. You ought to buy yourself a small jar. You'll love it.
I've had it. I wouldn't use it on Brussels sprouts or vegetables. I mean, I would, steam those up, put some garlic in, some butter, then salt and pepper, and do it like that. But yeah, all these sauces and dips and stuff, that's just defeating the purpose, kind of.
Sean says grilled. What's that? Bok choy drizzled with olive oil, pepper, and Himalayan sea salt. That's too much work. Sean says, "Oh, I've had Coleman's because of you. That's good shit too. I'm telling you. Anybody out there, buy yourself a small jar of Coleman's English mustard. It's yellow. Like good old American French's mustard, but it's spicy. It really is. It brings, spread it lightly, because if you ain't used to hot shit, it will make your eyes water and your nose run. I love it. I put it on everything. Normally what I'll do is I'll buy an 8-pack of mustard jars off of Amazon. So I got actually, I'm glad I mentioned that. I gotta put that in my Amazon basket for next time, because I got only 2 bottles left, or 2 jars, I should say. So I just opened one the other day, so I got one left in the thing, in the cupboard there. Yeah, I mean, I put it on everything. I do. I use it. I mean, like, I'm more than likely tomorrow, make some bratwurst and stuff. I'll put a couple of, scoops on my bratwurst. I mean, even like the other day, I made myself ham sandwiches. Spread it on the ham. Slap the bread on there. Oh, mustard is very versatile. Oh, we become a cooking show again, so. Anyway. I'm back. It kicked me out for some reason. It kicked me out for some reason. Yeah,
it bumped me out, man.
All right, can you guys hear me?
I hear you.
All right, for some reason it kicked me out. Then the old thing said problems with it, so I better call it quits. Anyway, the quiz that is going to be drawn, I think it's on the 4th. Because we're in August now. So September the 4th is when the draw will be for the swag pack. The question I want to know is, I want to know the model, make, and caliber of the firearm that was used. Kind of morbid question. The firearm that was used in shooting John Lennon and George Wallace. I know there's years difference between the two shootings, but they used the same type of gun. I want to know make, model, and caliber. Email me at as I see it at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. So there we go. So before, oh damn, every couple of seconds it starts spinning on me like you know, it's buffering. So I'm getting out of here. So you got any closing arguments or suggestions or advice?
No, not really. Except for, if you hit the lottery, don't forget about me. My cut. But other than that, eat a salad. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great evening, folks.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. And everybody in the chat, I do appreciate you all stopping by. I just been rambling on for the hour, but I said if you guys got any topics, you can always put it in the chat or email me, and we can bring them up and talk about them. But with that, I want to say thank you all for coming. I really do appreciate it. And so I lost my train of thought. I was reading what somebody wrote in the chat there. I want to thank you all for coming, and I'll be back next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So good night, everybody. Good night, Sabrina.